Hey everyone, welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. Today we're going to do a HIIT class with a band. If you don't have a band, you squeeze extra hard. If you do have a band, it's going to be a lot more fun and maybe slightly complicated. We have a lot of movement with our band today. So remember when we're doing these, it's 40 seconds of our high intensity work. The 20 seconds for this series is going to be transitioning with the band. So just pay attention when that buzzer goes. When I say switch, you're quickly removing the band and I'm getting you to the next position. We have 6 exercises total. So the first one will be a bear crawl. I'm going to take the band and place it above the knee joint. Now, quadruped, hands and knees. The most important thing here is to remember to lift up into the abdominal unit. So notice my ribs are open. I'm going to close my ribs, keep my abs engaged, wrap into the shoulder girdle, and then float the knees up. Now, as I crawl, I'm staying very active in my core. I'm also driving my knees forward. There's a crunch, there's a crunch, there's a crunch. Okay, so a lot of abdominal engagement. Keep the knees wide enough so that you feel resistance from the band the whole time. I'm on my yoga mat, so I'm just going to go straight front to back. If you're not on a yoga mat, just find space to move. You want to go forward and backward for the 40 seconds. Next one, we're going to quickly transition and bring the strap or band, whatever it's called, to the wrist. So I'm going to stay in my quadruped, lock into the shoulders. This one, I really want you to focus on getting into the serratus anterior and pulling the lats down, and then moving hands forward for a tap, sides for a tap, and back for a tap. Now, if you don't feel it in the side body, then you're not isolating and engaging these muscles enough. So make sure that your abs are in, you're focusing on the movement coming from the shoulder girdle, down the back, and from the core. I like to keep a micro bend in my elbow for that one. If you feel pressure on your elbow, maybe bend it a little bit more. Also, if you want to make it more challenging, you're going to float the knees and hold there for the movement. If you're going to float the knees, make sure that your body isn't flopping all over. You're squeezing, staying as still as possible, and isolating the arm movements. I'll probably do one round knees down, next round knees up, and then knees down, knees up. Okay, we're going to a squat lateral lift. So then we transition, we bring the band to the ankles this time. And you're going to squat. Lateral lift is extended out to the side. Squat down on the way up. I plant to one foot. I extend the other with a flexed toe. Sink it down, abs in, lift, lateral lift, or stand to a lateral lift. Make sure that the foot is flexed the whole time and you're not throwing the leg using momentum. You're actively lifting and squeezing from your butt muscles. Same thing, I keep my knees micro bent just to protect the joints. Okay, next one is gonna burn, for sure. I have a black band, so you might not be able to see it very well, but what I'm trying to show you is how I step my feet to the center of one part of the band, and then you'll see me, I'm gonna pull my feet apart so that I have a lot more space on the top of my foot with the band than I do underneath. So I plant my feet together, and then I'm gonna open them up, so now the band is stretched out, but I have a lot more slack on the top to move. So with a deadlift, back is nice and engaged. We've already done all the abs and the stuff in the previous movements to warm up for this one. Open up the chest, get into the lat muscles. The legs are staying long. You're hinging at the hip line to feel a deadlift. Now from the side, you'll see that I'm not rounding here. I'm not pulling with my arms and my back muscles. I'm lengthened, I'm pushing the hips back, I'm locking into the core, and then I'm hinging. My hips are moving front to back. Really connect with pushing the feet into the ground and driving the hips up. Okay, if you don't feel that in the hamstrings, play around with that movement on your own. That's a really great move with the band because it's not too weighted, but it gives you enough resistance to learn how to deadlift correctly. So that's a great one. I want you to practice it. Then we're just doing cardio jump lunge. So the band will be at the ankles. You can keep them at the ankles, or I'm probably going to pull mine above the knee because this next one I just want my heart rate up a lot, and I'm just doing a simple jump lunge front to back. Not worried about going super low. If you don't want to do a crazy cardio 40-second HIIT, then you can focus more on the lunge and going deeper. Running out of breath. Last one. It's Friday over here, so my breath is done for the week. Okay, the last one, we're just coming down to the mat and we're gonna hit some abdominals. So if you're flexing the foot, you're hitting different muscles than if you were to point the foot. So since we have 4 rounds, you can do 2 rounds with a flexed foot and 2 rounds with a pointed foot. So just figure out which ones you want to do. I'm going to start pointed, extend, pull in, extend, pull in. This is a lot to the outer hips. You want to make sure the shoulders stay behind the hip line. You see me from the side so that you're working the abdominals, okay? And then if I'm going to do the flex foot on the next one, you can do the same type of movement, or I might mix it up a little bit. I might add a flex foot push pull. That feels good. I'm going to do that one. Notice I moved the band to the bottom of the foot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set the timer, and our band is going to start just above the knees. Remember, for this bear crawl, it's a lot of abdominal work. We've got 30 seconds to start. If you start feeling a lot of pressure in the shoulders, focus on lifting up through the core more. Okay, the core is used to make other things, well, first to stabilize, but also to make other things lighter, so that the more we're lifting up into our core unit, the lighter we can get in our walk. We've got about 10 seconds. Oh, it's already warm in here. I'm getting nervous. 5 seconds. I'm starting at the back of my mat. Let's go. Lock into the abs, lock into the arms. Push the floor away from you. Drive the knee towards the elbow to find your crunch. And you want to keep the knees pretty low to the mat. I kind of unroll my knee each time I step forward or back. I try to get it all the way back down to the mat. Whee! Where are we at? We're about 15 seconds. Try to get a few more passes. Man, it has been quads on quads this week. My quads are killing me. 3, 2, 1. Let's take the band off, bring it to the wrist. And this time we're doing the isolated serratus anterior lat. You can expand across the chest. We're involving all the shoulder girdle. I'm going to start this first one just keeping my knees down and making sure I feel the resistance. Remember, in the core, the shoulder, the side body. Lock up into your abdominals. Add your little arm walks. Immediately difficult. If you don't have a band, you want to hold a weight, this is a good one with a weight too. So check in with your core, check in with the ribs. If you see me from the side, notice my ribs are staying closed the whole time. You can see those side body muscles working, activating. We'll switch it back forward. We're over halfway. Hi, everything is burning. My shoulders are burning on this one. We've got 5 seconds. Abs up. Oh my gosh, that was a burner. Next, we are taking the band to the ankles. So this is our squat, lateral lift. You're just doing single legs, obviously. Make sure you're feeling the connection of the foot into the floor and you're not using any momentum at all. It's all movement from the external hip. So we go down, squat, push, and lift. You can go as fast as you want on this one. Even on the way down, I'm staying strong in my legs. I'm controlling the movement with the glutes. Now, if you feel your weight falling forward, focus on driving back into the butt muscles. If you start getting tired, there's a tendency to sink forward, and then we're pushing to our knees. We're doing a little bit too much in our hip flexors. So we want to keep the heart up and keep the weight working back into the glutes. Oh, don't lose your flex in your foot. We're almost there. We're there. Just kidding. Okay, now we're going to deadlift. So remember what I told you before, where you put the feet to center, you spread the band out, so now you have more slack on the top. Now, I'm going to do this deadlift straight on, so you won't be able to see my spine, but check in with yourself. Make sure the abs are in, the shoulders are back and out of their ears. If you snap your band here, it's okay. I snap mine all the time. Keeping the shoulders back, the heart open, so notice there's no rounding here in my shoulders. I'm pulling them back and away using the lat muscles, and my glutes are already on fire. Are your hips coming front to back? Is your spine long? Are your feet pushing down? Focus on driving the foot to the floor. Holy moly, where are we at? 8 seconds. Hi! We can make it. Oh, thank you. All right, get the band above the knee. So if you want to do the cardio version with me, I'm just doing quick hops, trying to keep my feet in line with the hips. If you want to focus more on glutes, You can slow it down, go deeper into your lunge. 3, 2, 1. Because I'm not the best lunger, I don't love lunging, I keep a slight internal rotation of my back foot, and that helps me stabilize. So not a big one, just a small one. You can barely see it, but you can kind of see it. As my back foot lands, my knee comes in just slightly. We're almost there. Maybe take the feet a little bit wider. Oh my gosh, it definitely feels like Friday. Keep trying to see my timer. It's killing me, Smalls. Okay, all the way down. I'm gonna keep the band at the ankle. My first one, I'm gonna stay with a pointed toe. I'm gonna keep the shoulders back behind the hip line and the abs in. If the abs are open, we're not working the deep core. Close the abs off, find length through the crown. Okay, here we go. It's on that extension that you can really dig deep into the abdominal muscles. Feel the navel pulling to the spine. And the hips and legs are still working. Let's get it. We've got 15. Can I make it? We've got 5 seconds left. 2 is my guess. 1, thank goodness. I'm really struggling not being able to see this timer today. So we get 1 minute break. And then we go ahead and we do that glorious sequence one more time. So there's a lot of transitioning. If you have 2 bands, it might be a good idea to just have a band on the legs the whole time and then use that other band for your arms. But no big deal if you're just transitioning. Alrighty. Get your heart rate to come down. Take some deep breaths. Try not to drink water. I'm definitely a fan of no water during your workout, but hydrating very well after the workout. We've got about 25 seconds. So I'm going to work it back up. Come to the back of the mat for our bear crawls. And the band goes at the knee. Okay. Making sure that the abs are in the whole time. It's helping us control this movement so we're not flopping all over our mat space. 5 seconds. Hands down, pushing the floor away from you, crunching the knee towards the elbow. Let's squeeze and lift up. I'm going to walk it a little bit farther. Keep the knees close to the mat. Pay attention to the fingertips. Every fingertip is helping you stabilize. Notice if your knees are lifting, drive them down. Hi. Oh, good. We have 10 seconds left. My thighs are on fire. Okay. Band goes off. Time for the arms. So this round, I'm going to stay off my knees. I'm going to hold my quadruped hover. A lot more focused abdominal work to hold the hover because you don't want the body flopping around all over, remember. It's very deep abdominal squeeze and then shoulder isolation. Get into the side body of the lats. Oh, I'm moving around. I gotta hold it still. It's so much quad. Where are we at? We've got 10 seconds. Breathe. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my quads are toasted. Let's see if we can get to 4 rounds of this today, because now we got to move to deadlifts. All right, band is in the center. Let's stabilize. Let's go. Hips are driving front to back. Immediately focus on the push down to the floor, The hinge at the hip, the squeeze forward with the glutes. The arms are just locked into place. The back body is locked into place. If the feet are getting light, push them down. This is one of my favorite ways to practice a deadlift. Just allows for more mobility. It's not so dangerous. You're not trying to lift heavy weight. Creates a nice pull, a nice resistance. And you can really work hard if you push yourself, which I'm going to do right here. Oh, just kidding. It's over. Okay. Now, we missed one. So I'm going to take the band. Actually, I'm going to keep it at the ankles. And we're going to go to our squat lateral lift. I'm telling you guys, it's Friday, and my brain is just not wanting to be here. It wants to be out at the lake, swimming, enjoying the sunshine, and possibly a nice, refreshing drink. That's where I want to be today. But I'm going to get my workout in first. Keep squeezing. Try not to go, or try not to stay in a stand. Make sure you're hitting the squat at the bottom too. So you're not only getting the lateral lift, but you're getting that nice round booty work as well. As you can see, I'm incorporating my arms. Give myself a little bit of momentum, a little bit of play, so that I can make it all the way through. Okay, now we're going to our cardio jump lunge. If you did the deeper cardio or the deeper lunges last time, maybe switch it up, do cardio this time. Or vice versa if you want. 3 seconds, let's get ready. And let's go. Light on the toes, stay strong through your abs. Sure could use some music today. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get music on these classes. We're at 15. It's okay, we're in this struggle together. Feet wider, go a little farther, pick up the pace a little bit. Hi, we made it. Abdominals. So I did my pointed toe work last time. This time I'm gonna go with a flexed foot. Shoulders are still working behind the hip line, keeping the abdominals in, the length in the spine. But I'm gonna use the feet to push and to pull to get into the hip flexors, those deep core muscles. Let's stabilize and start your work. This is a slower move. If you go too fast, your band's gonna fly off probably. So focus on stabilizing and finding those deep ab muscles. If your navel is pushing out, draw it in towards the spine. Push and pull. I was just getting lazy. I was losing my pull. You want to work the extended leg and the knee drawing in. Hi, I'm going to take it back a little farther because we've only got 10 seconds left. I hope you're working so hard you have little slits in your band like mine. Uh-oh. Maybe my band won't make it through all 4 rounds. I see little breaks in it already. That's okay, that just means we're working hard. Okay, we've got 2 more rounds of the same old. Remember, we do these repetitive exercises, the same thing, because we want to get that muscle burnout. We want to get the muscle fatigue. So they're not too hard of exercises. They're just hard enough that you can make it through the 4 rounds. You can start developing those changes in the body on round 3, on round 4 especially. Start getting that muscle burnout. We've got 25 seconds. Okay, 15. Let's take it to the back of our space. Remind yourself of all the things you need to keep track of during the bear crawl. The abs, the shoulders, the side body, everything squeezing into midline and pushing up and away from the mat. Everything except your knees. Your knees are staying real close to the mat, as close as you can get them. I like to step forward and then kind of roll my knee down, just to ensure that I'm getting the ab work there. If you feel like the back body is collapsing, focus on pushing the palm deeper to the floor. So the harder I push away from the floor, the more it's gonna lift up out of the shoulder girdle. Oh man, I'm going too far. Try for one more pass, front to back. Got a few more seconds. We're gonna have to do some serious quad stretching after this one. Hand walk. I hope I look more graceful than I feel today. It was a long week. All right, I'm keeping my knees on the mat this time. If you like that total thigh burn, pull your knees off the mat again. I'm just gonna focus more on the shoulder stability and the core on this round. Feels like those shoulders are creeping to the ears, or if it feels like the traps are getting a little bit too overworked here, redirect your attention, get into the shoulder unit, into the back body. Okay, we wanna stay away from the traps on this one. Core's in, I'm gonna turn to the side just to remind you to keep the abs in and up. Neutral spine, and then abs in. Oh, 5 seconds, I'm picking up the pace. 2, 1, excellent. Now I'm gonna get the correct sequence this time. We're gonna go into our squat lateral lift. Okay, start with the feet at least hips distance. I'm trying to land wide enough that I'm keeping the resistance on the band pretty much the whole time. So even now, I've got a little resistance on my band. Let's go. Right away, notice if the weight is shifting forward, if it's shifting back. Notice if your foot is being flexed. Notice if you are not going down into a squat. Get your butt down there into a squat. Keeping the abs in, standing up nice and tall so you get the full extension. You're going for a bigger range of motion with this move. I hope we're almost there. I think we are. Now we're going to those deadlifts. So let's get our band ready. Feet to one part of the band and then spread the feet wide. The band will extend underneath you. Oh, let's be smarter than the banshee. Okay, now I'm ready. Let's go. Check in with the back body. Squeeze your glute muscles as you lift. If your back is getting tired, if your arms are getting tired, you're not transferring the work to the butt muscles, the hamstrings. So think about it. Oh, my feet are slipping. I'm gonna focus on pushing the feet down. We've got 10 seconds left. I'm gonna pick up the pace for this last one. It is round 3. We gotta push it. Keep breathing. Hi! That was a good one. Now, we're going to our cardio jump lunge or the deeper lunges. This exercise or this sequence is quite a bit of glute and thigh work. So if you're done with those deep lunges, I don't blame you. I'm gonna stick with the cardio. Let's go. I'm gonna try to cover the space in my mat, get a little bit wider. Abs in. If you feel like you're starting to get kind of wobbly, suck up the abdominals. Pick up the pace. I think we have about 15 seconds. Push into the toes. 3, 2, 1. Just kidding. I was guessing. Now we're done. I should stop guessing. I'm going to mess this all up. Okay, now we go into our abs. So I'm back on my pointed toe work. I'm going to keep the band at the ankles. Shoulders back, abs in, heart up. Keep the length in the spine. Try not to go into a round. We're starting in right now. Let's go. Ooh, sometimes, like in round 3 when I'm getting real tired, I bring the awareness to the abdominals just by bringing my fingertips there. So as I hold my fingertips towards midline, My body is constantly reminded to squeeze and engage through the core. Just gives us a little extra help. A little brain-body connection. We're 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we only have one more round. Okay, we got 1 minute. I'm gonna take a stretch rest this time. So I wanna really be able to give it my all this last round here. Sweaty, hope you're sweating over there at home. If you're ever looking for some good bands, I might as well advertise while I'm here. Booty Yoga, Butiyoga, Booty Yoga, has some great bands. Actually, some of the best bands I've used. I use them because obviously I'm a part of Booty Yoga, but they're just great. They lasted forever. They're a really good resistance. And yeah, they're reliable. They come in a pack of 3. We've got 15 seconds. This is your last round. Make sure you're pushing it this time. This isn't a super heart rate workout, so you gotta push the pace to build that heart rate up. This is more of like a deep muscle burn. Let's go. I'm gonna try not to kick my wall this time. I feel like Spider-Man, Spider-Woman. That made it immediately more fun thinking I was Spider-Woman, so maybe try that. Try that at home, guys. Maybe you could crawl around in more space than just front to back, too. Find some more fun areas to crawl in. Hi! Knees down. Keep it in thighs. We've got 5 seconds. Push it. Holy hand walk. Holy hand walk. Here we are. Thank goodness this is the last one of these. These ones kill me. I'm gonna really challenge myself this time and stay on the tops of my feet, not even tuck the toes. So I'm gonna be here. Boop. If you do not have the mobility in the ankle, it's not gonna be a fun one for you, so just stick with tucking your toes under. Oh yeah, that's a challenge. I don't know, is it just me or is everything killing my thighs today? All these exercises, thigh burners, or my thighs just exhausted? I can't tell. It's all burning by round 4. Obviously you see my hips moving around quite a bit. That's because I'm struggling. Keep it tight, Chi. We got 5 seconds. Oh, holy. Oh, we're almost there. We got squats ahead of us. Let's go. It's only 40 seconds. No, I'm not even going to tell you. We're going to stay with the band at the ankles. We're going to push this last one. Squat it down, hold it there. Lift it up, let's go. I'm going to try to pick up my pace a little bit more. High to low. Make sure you're changing your elevation. Flex foot. I see you at home. Toes are peeling up off the mat. Squeeze your abdominals. We're so close, I think we have 10 seconds. Hi, we better be done. 2 is my guess, 1 is my guess. Almost nailed it that time. Okay, last round of deadlifts. My heart rate got up a lot with that one. Just picking up the pace, so I'm gonna try to do that here too. Quick pace, quick move. Squeeze everything the whole time, always. Let's go. Let's see if anyone can bust their band on this last round. If the shoulders are open, draw them back. If the abs are open, draw them in. Push the feet down, heels down. Connect to the floor. Oh, I feel it. Keep breathing. Soft shoulders, soft neck. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, we have 2 more minutes left. Barely, 1:40 left until we're complete. Oh, should I get out? We got 5 seconds till our last cardio burst here. Okay, let's go. Cardio, heart rate is up. Let's push ourselves. Bring some arms into it. It'll help you pick up the pace. I need my sweat towel. I'm being kind of heavy. I'm going to try to land lighter on my toes. Hopefully you can't hear all that pounding at home. It's not working. I'm still sinking heavy. That's okay. We're going to push it. It's the last round. I think that means I'm winning because I'm so fatigued. The muscles don't want to do it. Which means that was a good hit. We've only got 1 more exercise. I'm doing flex foot. Band is at the feet, right along the arch, focusing on the push and the pull, keeping the resistance the whole time. Hoi. Lean back, close the abs. If you're struggling keeping the resistance on the band, you can take the feet a little bit wider too. That'll help you keep the resistance without the band flopping around. Oh man, my band is gonna snap, I see it. Push, pull, we've got 15. Pick up the pace. Keep the flex, keep the core. Put a smile on your face, because we're done. Oh man, that was a good one. All right, take that band off. Throw it across the room if you would like, because we don't need it no mo. Okay, thank you everybody. I'm always feeling better when I finish these hits with you. So definitely stretch after that hit. The resistance from the band makes you work a lot harder. It's basically mimicking weight for us, and that can make you very sore the next couple days. So do some nice stretching. I'm sitting here in Baddha Konasana butterfly, and I'm just gonna use my elbows to start stretching into the fascia. I definitely have some stretch for your hips videos out there, so find one of those, that'll be great. If you don't have time for that, you can simply do a little bit of rolling through the hips. You can hold and go into a pigeon pose right to left, which I'm just gonna quickly do. Wow, because I already feel those hips tightening up. Obviously, you're gonna wanna hold these positions a little bit longer. And definitely get into the hamstrings with a point and a flex. So once you get into your hamstring fold, start working through the feet. And always roll through the spine to release the fascia around the spinal muscles. Beautiful work today. Do anything else you want. Open the chest, take a spinal twist, just a few moments to bring some relaxation back into the body. That was good energy up today. I wasn't fully here, but I'm really glad I did it, and I'm so glad it's over. And thank you everyone for joining me. I will see you next time on the House of Chi Yoga. Let's inhale, palms up. Exhale, hands to our heart, and just be grateful for something today. Find something to be grateful for. Grateful for all of you. I'll see you next time. Peace out.